Hello everyone and welcome to another bike video. Today I'm talking about my new gravel bike that I'll be riding for the foreseeable future. This is the Standert Pfadfinder. I ride a size 50 and you'll see a lot of similarities in this bike to my road bike, starting with the measurements of the frame. So the top tube measures to 50 centimeters, which is the same as my Specialized LA Sprint. The geometry is going to be a little more different because it can fit obviously wider tires. The frame came from Standert with a King headset, which is awesome and something I've always wished of having on one of my bikes. The wheels I have on this bike are the wheels that I've been using on my previous road bike for the past year or so. They are the Zip 303S's, a very versatile pair of wheels. On these I have the Pirelli Cinturato gravel hard tires in 35mm width. I also have a different pair that I'll talk about later. I installed these tires tubeless with the Makoff tubeless setup. I use this setup mostly for compact or muddy situations. On these wheels I have the same disc rotors that I have on all of my wheels, which are the Shimano XCR 140mm disc rotors. The group set on this bike is the Shimano GRX Di2. As you can see, starting from the front we have the GRX Di2 shifters, then we have the front derailleur, and on the back we have the Shimano Ultegra RX Di2 rear derailleur, which has a clutch and a range of up to 34 tooth cassette, which is what I have on these wheels. The only thing that is not GRX on the group set are the disc brake calipers, which are Ultegra and something that I also brought from my previous bike. Finishing off the group set, I have the ceramic speed oversized pulley wheel system on that Ultegra RX Di2 rear derailleur, also something I had on my previous bike. So the cassette, Shimano 105 11 to 34, and then on the front I have a Dura-Ace 50 to 34 chainring mounted to a Power 2 Max power meter. At the end of those crank arms are the Ritchie SBD pedals, and then of course again at the center of the frame set we have the Bontrager XXX water bottle cages that are my favorite. Moving back here, the seat post is going to be the Zip SL Speed carbon seat post. Mounted on that is the Selle Italia Flight Boost saddle. I also have this saddle on my road bike. This is the gravel version compared to the carbon version which I have on the road bike. Then at the front we have pretty much the same setup as the road bike. So we have the Zip Surface Course SL 130mm stem. Mounted to that we have the Pro Vibe 36mm wide. To finish it off, we have the Zip integrated Wahoo mount at the front, and that's pretty much it. So this is my quote-unquote fast setup that I use on the road just by changing to road tires or compact surfaces that the 35mm tires are enough for. These are the hard tires, which means they're a little knobbier, so they'll work really good on mud, which now is the case since it just rained. But I also have a different pair of wheels that I'll use for more comfort or for sandy situations, rough surfaces. That is a pair of 650B wheels, which are these ones. These are actually my wife's wheels. We bought these from Far Sports. Again, like the previous bike, they're super light, super cheap, and do the job. We also set these up tubeless. The tires that we put on these are the Pirelli Cinturato H. These are the 45mm wide tires, which means that between the 35 and the 45, we have quite a big range of tires to use wherever we go. Again, these are set up with the Shimano XCR 140mm rotors. And like on the pair of wheels on my road bike, these wheels have the DT Swiss 240 hubs. One thing I really love about this bike is that I built it myself. A lot of things that I did on this bike I didn't know how to do before, so I had to learn. It was a really fun learning experience that I would recommend to anyone. Worst case scenario, you take it to a bike shop and they help you fix it, but I think I did a pretty good job. It runs really well. And yeah, can't wait to race it on some big races later this year. So that's it for my gravel setup. One frame, two pairs of wheels, a gravel group set, and lots of fun to be had. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe and look out for more videos next week. Two derailleurs. Bob, go, dude. As you see, Bob. Oh.